What happens when your paycheck stops feeling permanent? Maybe nothing dramatic even happened. Maybe it was just a moment where you looked at your one point of failure and thought,
This is way too fragile for the life I'm trying to build.
that realization changes people. And that's exactly why personal branding matters more than ever right now. Because personal branding is no longer about becoming internet famous. It's about becoming economically visible. There was a time when people could build an entire life around one company, one role, one salary, one retirement plan. That model feels very different now. People are getting laid off after 10 years of faithful employment. Entire departments are disappearing overnight. Industries are shifting fast. Salaries are looking real good on paper while the women earning them still feel financially trapped. And meanwhile, there are women sitting on years of experience, knowledge, leadership, communication skills, operational skills, relationship skills, and none of it is positioned to generate income outside of their 9 to 5. That's the part nobody talks about enough, because your skills have value even when your employer isn't the one paying for them. So in this video, I want to show you why personal branding is becoming one of the most important financial decisions. And this has nothing to do with vanity, aesthetics, or likes, but it does have everything to do with leverage, options, safety, and freedom. And I want you to stay with me until the end, because I'm going to explain the piece most women completely skip when they start building a personal brand. And it's the piece that determines whether or not your brand ever makes any money. So let's talk about what a personal brand is, because a lot of people hear personal brand and immediately think influencer culture. I'm talking about perfect lighting, curated photos, daily content going viral. And listen, that is not what I'm talking about. Your personal brand is your reputation attached to a problem you can help people solve. It's the way people describe you when your name comes up in a room and you're not there to tell those people what to say about you. It's why some people get opportunities faster. It's why some people attract clients faster. It's why some people build businesses faster, because people trust clarity. And here's the thing most women don't realize. You already have a personal brand. It's just not financially working for you yet. You've been building your personal brand for years inside of your company, your industry, and your community. You've been the person lottie-dottie and everybody calls, the one who clearly explains things, the one who gets it done. You just haven't positioned any of that to generate income outside of a salary. One of the biggest shifts happening right now is this. Employers are no longer the only buyers of your skill. The internet changed that. A teacher can coach parents, an HR manager can help women position themselves for executive roles. A project manager can teach systems and organization. A nurse can coach burnout prevention. A woman who spent 15 years leading teams can help new managers become stronger leaders. The skills are already there. What's missing is structure and positioning, because if nobody knows what you're excellent at outside of your title, your earning potential stays trapped inside of your paycheck. And that's a very fragile place to leave all of your income. Here's the thing. Clarity is the asset and visibility is just the vehicle. I want to give you context for why this conversation matters so much right now. Most women I talk to, women with good jobs, good titles, good salaries, they don't feel financially secure. They feel financially dependent. And there's a difference between those. Dependent means one employer, one paycheck, one decision from someone else standing between you and your entire financial life. Secure means you have options, you have leverage, you have something generating income whether or not your company decides to keep you this quarter. Your 9 to 5 was never meant to be your only plan. Multiple income streams isn't a luxury for women who've made it. It's a strategy for women who are paying attention. And personal branding is how you start creating the conditions for those income streams. When you build visibility around your skills, you become searchable. You become referable. You become the person someone thinks of when the problem you can solve comes up. And that's not vanity, it's leverage. Your skills have value beyond your job title, your resume, and the building you walk into every morning. Keep watching, because in a bit, I'm going to walk you through the specific mistake that keeps smart, skilled women visible but never profitable. It's more common than you think, and it's costing people big income, y'all. I want to tell you about a woman I spoke with not too long ago. I'm talking about a smart, respected, and reliable woman. You know, the kind of woman everybody goes to for help. She spent almost 20 years building her career. She solved problems every single day. She trained people, led people, managed crisis, and improve systems. And she said something to me that I haven't been able to stop thinking about. She said,
I realized I was valuable at work, but invisible online.
and that sentence really stuck with me because she had decades of skills. People at her company trusted her, but outside of that building, nobody knew. And that's when she realized something terrifying. If that job disappeared tomorrow, she'd have to start from zero publicly, even though she privately had years of experience. I call this the invisible expert problem. That's when you're highly skilled, highly capable, and financially dependent on one stream of income. And a lot of women are living in that space right now. And the gap doesn't fix itself. It widens over time if you don't intentionally address it, because every year you wait, there's another year of skills that existed but weren't building anything outside of someone else's company. If this is resonating with you, I want you to drop the word income in the comments, because I have a free training that goes deeper on turning existing skills into an income stream. I teach what makes coaching work as your first offer, what most women get wrong when they try to start, and why structure matters more than credentials or a big following. Drop income in the comments and I'll get you the link. Now I want to draw a very clear line here because this part matters. A brand built for vanity chases attention, but a brand built for wealth chases positioning. And in this context, positioning means one thing. When someone has a problem you solve, your name comes up. That's the whole goal. And it builds over time through consistency and clarity, not perfection or volume or going viral, but by showing up around a specific topic, a specific result, and a specific transformation until people connect your name to that outcome. When that happens, something shifts in how your income starts to flow to you. Referrals come faster, clients are warmer, and opportunities seem to magically appear that you didn't have to chase down. This is why I talk so much about coaching as an entry point for women, because coaching sits at the intersection of low startup costs, high skills leverage, flexibility, and scalability. You're not inventing something new. You're packaging what you already know in a way that solves a problem for somebody else. And your personal brand is what makes people trust that package before you even buy it. Because your content becomes proof, your voice becomes positioning, your story becomes connection, and your experience becomes a business asset. And this is a completely different way to think about yourself. And it's a different way to think about your income. Here's the mistake I constantly see, and I want to call it out in this specific conversation because a lot of women build personal brands that generate a ton of attention but zero income. They're posting, they're getting engagement, people love their content, and then at the end of the month, nothing converted. They're broke. The reason this happens is almost always the same. Those women never answered the question their audience is asking, which is,
what do I do with all this?
Great content does create connection, but connection without a clear next step doesn't pay your bills. Your personal brand needs an offer attached to it, something specific, something that takes someone from where they are to where they want to be. Without that, you're doing a whole lot of work for a whole lot of likes and a very little bit of income. And this is the part where I want to challenge something. A lot of women hold back from creating an offer because they don't feel ready. They feel like they need more experience or more followers or more credentials or another certification. But listen, readiness is not a feeling, it's a decision. The skills you have right now are enough to help someone who is where you were 2, 5, or 10 years ago. That person exists, and right now they're searching for exactly what you know how to do. And if you haven't built anything visible yet, they can't find you. Let's be clear. The worst time to build a second stream of income is in the moment that you need one. So my advice to you is to build yours before that day happens. And this is exactly why I created 2K in 2 hours, because I have watched far too many women wait. They're waiting to feel qualified, waiting for the right time, waiting until their following was bigger or the brand felt more polished. Meanwhile, the skills they already had weren't working for them at all. 2K in 2 hours walks you through how to create and position a profitable offer using the skills you already have so you can start generating income without starting over, without a big platform, and without years of runway. If something in you you is saying,
you know what? I really think I can do this.
that's your signal. And that's the version of you that already knows. You can get 2K in 2 hours by visiting my website at herincomeedit.com/2K, or you can click the link down in the description. Okay, y'all, here's the thing. Personal branding matters more than ever right now because the rules of financial safety have changed. But most people haven't caught up yet. One employer, one paycheck, and one plan is a risk most women have been trained not to see as a risk, but it is. And the women who are building visibility right now, building leverage now, building income streams right now, they're going to have options that other women won't, because the women building visibility will have options to leave, options to pivot, options to say no, and options to build something they own. People think money only changes spending power. It doesn't. Money changes decision-making power. And that's what additional income streams give you. Your skills have value beyond your job title, your experience has value beyond your resume, and your voice has value beyond the room you currently work in. The question is whether or not you're positioning yourself to benefit from it. If you don't take anything else from this video, I want you to hear this. One day, very soon, being excellent at something in private but invisible in public will be the most expensive decision you never made. If you're new here, my name is Nick Scott, and I help women turn their existing skills into coaching income, digital products, and online businesses. And if this video connected with you, I want you to go watch this one next. It breaks down exactly how to identify the income hiding inside the skills you already are using every day. Okay? I'll see you there.